what is RIO, right? So it is a Arweave ingest, indexing, and access network. The initial protocol we have is mostly focusing on the access part, but it's really all of these things. And we're increasingly having all the components in place to have a full stack here. Inside the gateway service, this is where the sort of the modular and extensible stuff comes in. We have a bunch of different indexes. So we have an index of the chain, that's like blocks and layer 1 transaction. We have blocks and transactions, we're indexing them, that's the chain index. We also have a bundle index. So in Arweave, there's the blocks and the transactions, which are coming at roughly a block every 2 minutes. There's up to 1,000 transactions in there. But then we have these bundles, which are collections of data items, which are basically, they're transaction-like things. They don't have all the same properties of transactions, but they let you scale beyond what the layer 1 could do for transaction. And so we have an index of that. Then we have a data index that is mapping the transaction and data item IDs to the data. And then last thing on there is we have this data store, which is basically a cache. It's not going to be all the data in Arweave, though you could right now do that, but it's going to be the data you care about for your gateway. And then we'll be able to go fetch other things. So that's the big pieces that are inside the gateway. So I mentioned data caching. We have data caching, we have GraphQL, we have unbundling, which is just processing those bundles, indexing all the data items in them. ArNS, the name to value map. Again, this thing, like we've tested this, can basically handle the entire throughput of Arweave right now. We have a standalone ArNS resolver, so you don't have to rely on anything centralized for that. It is experimental. All these experimental things are under active development, and we're trying to make them very robust quickly as we can. Integrated bundler, again, experimental. We have optimistic indexing and data. This just landed. So that means if you're running the bundler right next to your gateway and you're submitting data items to it, they are indexed in your gateway right away. So you can implement things that rely on low latency with this combination. And you don't have to rely on anyone else, which I think is really important. Again, back to the open source thing. I think it's very important that people be able to do all of this themselves. You may use a service for convenience, but you really need an out. All of this stuff can run independently by you if you need to.